Good day to you all, it's Mike here on my Nintendo 64 and welcome back to our Banjo-Kazooie 100% gameplay walkthrough. Now in part 8 we had just done Rusty Bucket Bay, we got all the Jinjos and Jiggies and extra honeycomb pieces and the notes as well, and now we are moving on to World 9 aka Click Clock Wood. Now I did do an offshoot video as well because in part 8 there were a couple of Mumbo tokens that I didn't collect inside the motor room, the engine room, and the reason why is because the video took long enough as it was, and because they're not really essential, I just wanted to, you know, cut the video where it was. And for anybody who's interested in wanting to get those Mumbo tokens, I did do another video. It's about 6 minutes long. I know I could have added it to the first one, but they're not essential to the main gameplay walkthrough, to be honest. The only thing that really matters are these things, Jiggies, you know, the notes, and the, well, not really the honeycomb pieces, but just to show you where we are at the moment, I've got 800 notes at the moment. Go to the view totals, we've got Gruntilda's Lair, we've got 9 out of 10, and all the other levels we've got 100, we've got 10, we've got 2, you just see there, just flip through these quickly. Goes Valley, Mad Monster Mansion as well, Rusty Bucket Bay. You see, I mean, the video, I mean, we was there at least 15 minutes. The video was around about an hour long, and because, like I said, the Mumbo tokens aren't really essential, well, I didn't have to go back and get them. So if anybody wants to know how to get them, I did do another video so they can watch that. They can get the Mumbo tokens if they want, or if not, you know, we can just carry on with the main gameplay walkthrough. Now we're going to go through this note door here, and it requires 640 notes to open it, and we're going to go on now to try and get to Click Clock Wood. Now that Jiggy that I collected just a few minutes, oh whoops, I was trying to get through here without, you know, trying to kill these, but I'm going to have to do it. Go on. Get my health back up. Right, yeah, that Jiggy that I just collected a few minutes ago, that Jiggy is only accessible once you hit the Grunty switch in Rusty Bucket Bay. Here is the doorway to Click Clock Wood, but as you can see, we can't get in now, and the reason why is because we haven't done the puzzle yet. So we're going to make our way over to where we can get the puzzle. We've got a bit of a to-in and fro-in to do now. We've got a bit of a backtracking. Oops, I had to get caught underneath that, didn't I? Right, try again. Up, we've got another note door there, and I could go through it if I wanted to, but I'm not going to just yet, because I do want to do Click Clock Wood. And that is pretty much like endgame spoiler stuff there now. And what I will do is I will go through here, because there's a Mumbo token just on the other side. So we might as well just collect that while we're here. There we go. And now go back. We've got Gruntilda saying, your feathered buddy that you have brung, useless like a pile of dung. Well, I don't know, I find Kazooie quite helpful, to be honest. And we have to hit this switch here, which will then allow us to do the Click Clock Wood puzzle there. And this is actually towards the beginning area of Gruntilda's Lair. So now we've got to make our way pretty much all the way over to the beginning. We'll go through here and there'll be a cauldron that we can unlock. There we go, or activate rather. And that connects to a cauldron that is pretty much near the very beginning of the game as well. And this is just going to help fast travel us there. Just collect that gold feather here. Not quite, didn't quite make it. And this takes us back to the room where you can access Treasure Trove Cove down there to the right. We're going to go here, and there's a hole underneath, tunnel. There we are. We're going to come up, come into here. There's a Mumbo token that we saw through the cutscene, just hiding here. We've got Brentilda up in this corner here now as well. Do be sure to talk to Brentilda when you can. We've got extra life there as well. And the reason is because she'll give you some secrets and tips about Gruntilda, which may come very, very useful in the next part, which we will cover in the next video. Right, we need 15 pieces for this, for Click Clock Wood, and we'll be able to access it. Now, I could talk to Brentilda myself, but the thing is the answers that come up for me may be very, very different to the answers that will come up for you. Just to, you know, make things a bit more difficult, obviously, and to make each gameplay just a little bit different. Right, I'll collect some of these eggs because I think I need them. Yeah. Or not, just swim straight past it. Right, we'll go up then, don't worry about it. This is quite a long level that we're going to be going into next, so it's going to take quite a while to get through it all. So there's no point dilly-dallying, collecting all those eggs. But to be fair, probably not going to need half as many of them. Okay, let's do this then. Now, what I like about Click Clock Wood, it's one of my favourite levels, and the reason is because actually it's like the same level broken up into 4 different parts, but of the same area. So, you know, we have spring, we have summer, we have autumn, we have winter, and it's essentially the same level but done over different seasons. So in front of the autumn door, just past the bridge, we have the switch for the spring door, and we're going to go in here, and that's going to be the first portal call. That's the very first place we're going to go. Right, I'll leave that for now. I don't need that gold feather for the moment, but we will collect the notes. So we've got 4 outside. The most important is to keep a general idea of how many notes there are, because they are scattered throughout each of the 4 seasons. So it can be very, very confusing and difficult at times. We've got a bear snatcher enemy there. It looks like a Venus flytrap, but we don't have to do anything with him at the moment. We'll come back and get that Mumbo token later. I'm just going to swim over here. Now, we've got Naughty down below. That's Naughty the beaver, who can't get into his house, the poor soul, because there's a huge boulder in front of it. Unfortunately, we can't smash that, so we have to come back in summer when this pool of water has evaporated, it's disappeared. We'll just keep going this way. We've got a few notes in here, we've got 4. Now there's about 16 notes inside this area, and I believe it's the same for summer and winter as well. But autumn actually has a lot more. It has the rest of them. There's about 48 in winter. I've done 4 eggs, 5 eggs. So we need 5 eggs in there to help make a flower start to grow. And that's all we can do with the flower for this season. We'll have to come back next season. We're going to go this way now. Get past the ball. And now we're going to meet a new enemy as well, which is like the chomper enemies, the grill chomper enemies. But this time they're birds, and they do stick their beak out through the hole, and it can be a pain because they can catch you unawares. So we'll just go past here and take them all out. Another one out. Let's go over the ramp here as well. Right, so we've got 14 notes so far. I do need eggs. I'm going past all the eggs and I need them. So, try again. We've got an old Mumbo down there, which we will see in a little while. We don't need to go to him yet. We'll come up here. We're just going to make our way all the way up to the top. Now, you see there's an extra life there. We've got a Mumbo token over there. I suppose we could get that. If you need an extra life, you can just go over there and get it. If you don't, we can just carry on. Didn't mean to actually kill like that. Just wanted the egg, that's all. There we go. Right, here we have a beehive. There's not much we can do with that at the moment. So we just need to make our way around the tree. We'll come back to the beehive later. Shock spring jump up to here. We've got to keep climbing around. Just bring the camera out where I can see better. If you need to save at any time, then do so. You know, it's not a problem. This can be a very, very difficult level to play because there are so many ways that you can fall on this and hurt yourself. Camera angles can be, you know, pain at times as well. Try and square myself up a bit better here. Keep climbing up. And here we have the summer switch and Grublin Hook there. That's a new enemy as well. We'll just hit the summer switch. That'll open up the door to the summer region, or the summertime zone, so to speak. And we're going to go pop in here and meet another NPC. This is a Nabnut, who loves his acorns, as you can see there. He's got a huge pile. Whoops. Just collect these. Got a Mumbo token in here as well, so we'll collect that as well. Now we're going to keep going up. Change the angle so it's a bit easier to climb up here. Try to choose an angle that works for you. I've got another Mumbo token there, and over here we have a nest. So we're going to go up to the nest. I can collect those eggs actually, I might want to. At least collect some of them. I'm going to open this egg up. I'm going to find another character. And this is Eerie the Eagle. He's a baby eagle at the moment. So we'll just smack him out of his egg and he's going back to sleep there. He'll snore away. He's a very heavy sleeper. And we're just going to climb up here as well. This is another area where it's probably good to make a save state, because it's very easy to overshoot these ledges. Almost fell off there. Can I make it? Yeah. Right, we've got a Jinjo on another bear snatcher there, but we're not going to get him just yet. All will make sense in a moment. But in here is a Jiggy, and that's what I want. Now we're going to make our way out. Now, if you've still got plenty of health, fantastic, because now we've got to make our way down. I'm going to go off this edge here. It's a bit easier to navigate down than it is to come up, he says, and then he just falls to his death. Oh, that was clever. I was hoping to make it to the other end, but obviously not. Here we've got 3 more notes, and now we have 20 notes. So that's all the notes for spring. That enemy is quite difficult to attack when going upwards, so it's just best to attack him from the side. There'll be another enemy down here as well. Take him out and all. I'm just going to make our way down here. Flip over to Kazooie, and we're just going to really... Oh, yeah, I can just do that instead, yeah, of course. Got the boots. Might as well wear the boots to get over here to Mumbo's hut. Well, Mumbo's snoring away, and he needs 25 Mumbo tokens, but we've got 36, and we're about to collect a few more as well. I'll just collect these eggs up here as well. If you don't need the eggs, then you haven't got to worry about collecting them. We'll stand on here, and he's now going to transform us into a bee. And then we'll be able to fly freely around the level without fear of falling. Mumbo magic, much good. Bee is best yet. Bee actually is quite one of the best transformations that he's done for us yet. Unfortunately, the bee can't attack or anything, but he can fly. So it just makes getting to absolutely everywhere so much easier. What we've got to do is we're going to go right up to the top, because right at the top here somewhere there's a Jiggy. Oh, I can't fly up any higher, which means I'm going to probably miss it. Now, we've actually gone all the way around the tree, but the camera angle is not pointing out to me where the branch is. Probably gone around it twice. Right, okay, no. Well, come on, right above me, look at that. So, the branch is just off to the left-hand side of the nest, and directly above Nabnut's house. So that makes sense. And now, these bear snatchers haven't got a problem with bees, so you can just fly on top of them. And speaking of which, we best go and collect that Jinjo again. I'm actually going to sneak off to the left hand side here, it'll be easier. A Mumbo token down here as well, so we might as well collect that. Or not. Fly off again. Right, there we go. We'll go up to here. Fly up to this ledge, and then we'll go down to the beehive. So we've got the green Jinjo now. We're going to go inside the beehive where we'll find the pink Jinjo. We've got the bee saying, "Hello, fat little bee. We Zubbers are guarding Grunty's golden honey piece," which is actually a Jiggy. He said that we've been told there's a honey bear out there. And they are absolutely right, there is a honey bear out there. And there's a honey bear in here, but he's just been transformed into a bee. So, unfortunately, you know, they've got no problems with me. I've got no beef with them. But we will be back in the summer, and we're going to get that Jiggy as Banjo. Right, now we're going to move on. And that's pretty much all we can collect through summer now. We've got all the notes, we've got all the Jiggies and the Jinjos for this part. We'll fly across. There's some extra life there as well if you need it. Well, I do need a bit of health, don't I, because I fell. So, go down. Unfortunately, there's no, like, you know, B button. Well, there's a B button, obviously. But you can't just descend. You can't just cancel flying. Not like you can, you know, go upwards. That's very, very easy. You just press A and you start flying and you just ascend higher. But when trying to get down quicker, it's not exactly possible. Except for, you know, you try to point yourself right down. It's like very awkward at times. Now we're going to head off to summer. And now the Mumbo magic is going to wear off. Tells us that Mumbo magic get weak. It says magic run out. And now we're back to Banjo again. Now unfortunately we can't turn into the bee on this stage. Very hungry now, need 5 caterpillars because it's far too hot for Mumbo, you see. We will pop by and give him a visit. Cut the Jinjo here, he's very, very awkward to see. Hiding in the grass here. I've got a couple of notes here and a caterpillar, so here's our first caterpillar. Oops, that went wrong. You see the grublins are just walking around with no shirts on. Let's collect these as well. We're actually going to come down now and avoid the bees where we can. And we're going to go and see old Naughty. Let's smash this rock here. He goes, wow, what strength! Come inside and I'll give you a reward. Unfortunately, we can't go up because it's far too steep for poor Kazooie here. So we have to come back in autumn or fall in order to be able to swim up now. You can hear another caterpillar up there. I'm gonna hit this switch so we can unlock autumn as well. There we go, that opens up the autumn door there. And now you can hear a caterpillar, just hear a caterpillar, and we will collect them in a minute. I'm just going to come around here, there's another one. Take them out because they can become a bit more problematic. You see they're all back again now. Oh, I attacked far too soon. Okay. Dodge that and just come at him. Yeah, how'd you like them apples? Now, you go away, you. We'll drop down to here. We've got another caterpillar. And we're going to double jump across. Collect the eggs. It's kind of low on eggs. We've got poor Gobi here. He says, oh no, it's you again. Gobi thought he was safe here. And as you may guess, just like in Gobi's desert, to water the tree, you've got to do the same here to water the flower. He goes, will you stop doing that? It took me ages to find more water. With that done, we're going to go collect a Mumbo token in the corner here. Not that we need them anymore now, to be honest, because there's no more transformations. Just come up here, so avoid them. A gold feather, I don't need to collect it, but didn't mean to actually collect that then. And have another enemy in front of us here. Ooh! Oh no! Yeah, you've got to be careful of those thorns down there, they will hurt. Try that over there, there you are. Come away from the edge. Get them out of the way. Walk up here, collect the caterpillar. Now we've now got 5 caterpillars. That's all we need to feed Eerie. Mumbo says that it's far too hot for him and he wants a suntan. Just check to see if there's anything up here. Yeah, there's a Mumbo token. He's just, you know, sitting there fanning himself with a leaf while sitting on a deck chair there. Some know how to live, don't they? When here's us, you know, trying to rescue our little sister Tootie, and there he is, you know, just taking time off, chilling, relaxing. Well, anyway, we could gripe all day, couldn't we? But it's not going to help. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up. Got another. Oh no, I fell off there. Fortunately for us, we can just climb up here. Hey, I hit the B button then. You know, I think it is true what they say, you know, there is a little bit of lag. Because I definitely pressed the B button there, but it just did not respond quick enough. Oh, I just collect the Mumbo token there. And now we're going to go off to the right hand side now. You see that these buds have grown into leaves now. And this is another quite a tricky area, so if you need to do a save state or something, then definitely do so, you know, no one's judging you. be ready to attack here. Because if you don't, you'll get hit by that bird and fall. And that can be very, very painful. So anyway, there we have Jiggy 3. Ooh, we wanted to fall off then. Don't do that. Now we're going to make our way over to that leaf. And just climb up to here. And here we have another worm. And we've got some notes around here, so we're going to go and collect them carefully. And inside we have another Jiggy. Now this is another place where it'd probably be a very, very good idea to save, because making the jump over is one thing, but making it back is very, very hard. As you'll soon find out, and if you haven't got more than like 4 or 5 honey pieces, you could lose your health. Not a problem. Now I made that look easy, but it's not as easy as that. Not every time. Right, try and get the camera to come round. Behave a little bit. Get it behind Banjo perhaps. Bring it over. You can see that this path has been increased a little bit, but still a way to go yet. Right, we're going to go and pop inside and see Nabnut, see how he's getting on. Oh no, he goes, groan! Nabnut's eaten too many acorns. Got none left for next winter now. Got some red feathers up there. As you saw in spring, he had loads of acorns, and now... Oh, you dirty monkey! Squirrel, rather. Called him a monkey, but a squirrel. Right, just going to come up here, collect these notes. Another 2 over here, so just going to collect them as well. And then we're going to drop down. Right, so we've got 33 notes at the moment, so we should have about 36 before we leave this area. Right, there's more enemies here now, so just going to make sure I get the angle right. So don't catch me unawares. And look over here. We have Eerie. He's calling out to us right now. He's very, very hungry. So let's give Eerie his breakfast. You see, we've got 2 left over as well. He's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. He goes, Eerie full now, need more sleep. So we'll just let him go to sleep there. We're going to leave. Just going to check up here, make sure there's nothing we're missing. As you can see, this platform has been filled out a little bit more now. Got a bit a wider base. Makes it a little bit easier to climb up here. And it doesn't look like there's anything up here anyway. I mean, inside I think there's an extra life, but unless you really need it, we're just going to carry on here. What we're going to do is we want to make our way down to there, I think. So just going to drop off the side here, flap about a bit, and now we've got down to the next level. Trying to get the camera over, it's misbehaving a little bit. So there's one caterpillar. And seeing as there's a mumbo token over here, we're going to collect that as well. Right, so that's them. Now we are missing 3 notes in this area. Just gotta see if I can find them somewhere. Oh. Now, I've just got to think about where I've been and where I need to go next. I know where we've got to go. I know what we've got left. We've got to go to the wasp's nest. And we've got a Jiggy in there to get as well. So we've just got to be careful of the enemies here. There we go. So now we've got 36 notes. We're going to smash our way into here. And now we're going to have to take on these Zubbers. And a very easy way to do that is just to stand on top, let them come at me, and hold down Z and then press the C right or push right on the right joystick. And just let them come to me. There we go, and then let go, and then we can collect that. Easy peasy. So now we've got 5. So we've got 5 Jiggies now. We've got no extra honeycombs yet. We don't get them until winter. And we have... I believe I'm missing perhaps the Jinjo, isn't it? So we're just going to drop down here somehow. So we don't. Just come to the edge here. I'm going to drop. Hit A just there. And there we go, we've made our way down without causing some severe pain to ourselves. There's another extra life there if you need them. Just going to make our way to the end of the stage now. Don't know if I've got this one, I can't remember. But always better to be safe than sorry. And make our way out. And now we're going to go to Autumn. Bring the camera around. Now, I think underneath here somewhere, under spring, isn't it? There's a gold feather. We're going to need these. Now we're going to need these. And now it is autumn time, baby. And here he says, bear get eerie, more caterpillars. Need 10 this time. We'll definitely do that, don't worry. Get closer to this. There we are. Leave there. And try to minimise the amount of times we use the feathers, because it's going to get harder and harder now. Let's see if there's anything up here. Oh. Sprint the gold feathers, there's one now. And come round. And on this one we've got 3 notes. So I just want to bring myself up to the side of it. We got getting caught. And I'm going to attack it from this angle. And come out and just let go before I use up any more gold feathers. And we're going to collect these notes all along the way. Take you out before you hurt me later. Wow. Another caterpillar down here, so we might as well get him. Just come off to the side here. Oops, didn't mean to collect that health then. Make our way further round, and then we'll go and visit Naughty in just a moment. We'll collect this note up to here, and we'll climb up there in a moment. Dive down and go and see Naughty. Well, to be honest, I don't know why they call him Naughty. I mean, he's actually quite nice. He says, "Oh, here you are at last. I've been waiting months to give you this." Well, which is technically true because when we saw him last, it was summer. Okay, yeah, that works for me. I'll collect the eggs as well. Go on. I mean, I do know why he's called naughty. It's gnaw because he gnaws. He gnaws on things. Because it's a G-N-A-W. But I'm doing like a little play on words kind of thing. Naughty being, you know, when somebody's a bit cheeky. But anyway, that's just me being silly, to be honest. Get out. There we are. No time to lose. We'll come over to here now. We've got some more notes. We'll just climb up here. There's a caterpillar as well. We'll just collect the caterpillar. Get these notes down here. Orange Jinjo now. And all we've got left there is the blue Jinjo to get. But he's in winter. And we've got to repeat again. Poor Gobi. This is animal abuse at, you know, at its max. At its worst, rather. Probably a better way of saying it. Gobi says, right, that's it, I'm off to the lava world. You'll never find me there. So, chewing on the grass there. Oh, it's coming after me, leave me alone. We'll go along. Come up here. We'll have another parrot thing, bird thing come out and attack. There we go. Get them before they get us. Might be an enemy here, no? Missed that note then. Go back again. Gold feather. We might as well collect the gold feather. Oh! Oh, you are a pest. So, some enemies just do not have the courtesy to die, do they? That's a good thing I left some of these honeycomb pieces behind. Grab that as well. We'll go back round there in a moment. What we're going to do, we'll go down to here, collect the boots, give old Mumbo another visit, see how he's up to now. We've got a caterpillar in his house. We'll just collect that. There goes Mumbo busy, sweet many leaves, no magic today. We're going to come up because there's 4 notes in here, so that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Try and make a jump over to here. Collect the boots. And get out of here. I'll just turn them off now. Just use Kazooie to get us round to the other side of it quicker. Got another note here, so collect that one. And we've got a piece of honey there, so we'll just collect that because I need the health. Done. Okay. Now we're going to go up. And now over this way there's a couple of Mumbo tokens. You don't have to collect them if you don't need to, because these jumps are a bit tricky. Ooh. That's... You go away. Okay. Bring the camera over. Bring it out a little bit so I can see better. Flip myself over. And what we do is we do, you know, cut out some of this awkwardness of going around all those cutouts. But we do have to go there a little bit later because obviously we've got the what do you call it? Austin is playing Animal Crossing. Hello, Austin. Come down, collect that. We've got the other branches, which I think has notes on it, so we do have to go that way eventually. We went, oh, it's just an extra life there. But I do want that Mumbo token, just because I can, really. We'll just drop onto this platform here. Find it just a little bit easier to use the old Wonder Wing there instead of trying to attack it straight on. The reason why, because if you miss, you're falling all that way down below. Okay, here we have Nabna. He says, "Hi there, bear buddy. I need 6 more acorns before winter comes. Have you seen any?" Well, I can't say I have, but I suppose we could give you a hand. So we're going to go in here, because I believe there's one inside. You can hear it hopping around, and there's a caterpillar as well. So we've got 11 caterpillars now. We've just collected 3 more notes. Oops, just walked straight past it instead. So that's 1. Right, don't want to give it to him just yet. I'll give them to him all together. Use Kazooie to climb up here. Now, we've got a couple of awkward acorns here. This one, for example, you have to backflip up and get. And then this one in the middle, I find if you come around to this side, okay, and then look onto it, what you can do is you can jump towards it and then land on the platform beneath. If you try to attack it from any other angle, then you could fall, and it's quite a drop underneath. And there's no water or anything to help save you. So it can be very, very painful. Now I've got to turn to Kazooie here, so we can come down this, because this is very, very steep. As you can see, we've got 5 acorns now, and we've got a 6th one to collect, which is actually up here. Now this path has grown, so we're going to take this path up. You'll see there's a window here. We'll just smash it open and go inside. And as soon as I need some eggs, I might as well collect them. Okay, I'm going to dive down to the middle and just promptly swim over the top of it. Twice. Right. If in doubt, just use A instead of B. He swims a bit slower, but at least you've got a bit more control in the way you're going. Right, just calm down. Now we're going to give Nabnut his acorns here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's yippee! That's all the acorns I need. Here, take this. I'll see you in spring. Take you out. Take you out. Bring the camera out. Bring myself over, and here we have the winter switch now. And we've got Eerie the eagle here as well, so we can go and see him. Let's make our way over carefully. Before I feed him, I'm just going to collect these notes here. Another caterpillar. Being very, very careful. Do not want to fall right now. Got them. Now we can go and give Eerie the eagle his caterpillars. Well, they look more like worms, but okay. Couple more now. 1 more. And get bigger and bigger still. goes, thank you, bear. Here we soon be Big Bird. Must have sleep first. Just flip out. Or not. Flip out. There we go. I think I'm this way. Just gonna make sure there's nothing up here. Don't miss anything. And I think I can hear a caterpillar. Not really anything else, but what have you. Okay. What I've got to do now is drop down onto that beehive, it'll be quicker. And we've got another caterpillar here, so we might as well collect them, and we're going to go inside. Because I believe there are 4, there we go, 1. Got another caterpillar in the middle there, 2, 3 and 4. Telling us that there's nothing here, they've all moved out. And if that's the case, why are you still in here? I'll come up here and then just flip out. We're going to just make our way down. Right, don't need to take them on. There's another caterpillar. Don't really need the caterpillars, but you know, I'm going to collect them because we can. I'm going to try and make my way to this Mumbo token as well because we can. Bring the camera around. Try and avoid this. And now we're just going to slide down. Whoops. Didn't mean to hit the jump button then, but okay. Right, that is pretty much all we need for here now. Nothing else to get. We're just going to check. Oh, yes, actually there is, isn't there? I know exactly what we're missing. Bear with me. I've just got to try and get up high enough now. Whoops. I should have got it when I was on top of the beehive. And then I wouldn't have come round and got the Mumbo token, so... Whoops. Ah! We'll get you. There we are, we're close to the beehive now anyway. I'm just going to use it to get down to the flower. Get you out of the way. Just come up to the beehive and then we're just going to drop off the side. Right, now we've got 8 Jiggies. There are only 2 more to collect and they are from Erie and the last Jinjo, but we can't get them until winter, so that's where we're going to head now. Actually, it'd probably be quicker if we swam under the water rather than above it. Just a little bit. Get a move on. And now it's time to move over to winter. Now be very careful because there's like these ice cube enemies here, the clinkers. And they're literally, well, you know, virtually invisible until you get right up close to them. Now here we are, it is winter time now. The Grubbling Hoods are now wearing their coats. We've got these snowball enemies again, these snowmen, and they're absolute pests. And they don't throw at where you are, they throw at where you're going to be. So if you hear the whoo, try to move in a different direction. What I want to do is I'm going to come down here. We're actually going to go and visit Naughty again. And he's going to have a honeycomb for us. Oops. So I slipped on the wrong button there. I didn't want to do that. This is not a place where you want to slip. Just going to swim into here and then come up. Come up to the top. And you can still lose out even if you're on the top. And there's a naughty saying that he doesn't usually get visitors in the winter. Understandable. So when you're in here, it's best not to dilly-dally. Try to get to exactly where you need to go and where you want to come from, because you do lose air very, very quickly. There is an extra life under here as well, but you have to go from Naughty's house to get it and then go back, because otherwise, you know, you can just die. And I find it's not really worth it, to be fair, because you can risk losing a life just to get a life, and there are just so many easier ways to get lives in this game. Right, let's come up here. Oh, okay, I won't go there. I'm going to go this way instead. We're going to go up towards Mumbo's house, because Mumbo's house has a flight pad in front of it. And we're just going to teach these snowmen a lesson. There we go. So we've got a Mumbo token out from underneath him as well. We'll go and collect that later. We're not going to get that now. We will get that later. If I come up, too high. Yeah, it's too high for that one. We go that way. We go up. Oh, he got me. I was hoping to do a bit of a. Oh. Oh, of course we go straight over his head. That's just typical. Try again, shall we? Oh. Just going to avoid him then. I don't need to take him on. Take him on out though. We've got a grunty switch. We might as well land down here. I'm going to hit the grunty switch. And it'll give us the final Jiggy that we can collect when we've finished up here in Click Clock Wood. Then I'm going to drop down again and go head towards Mumbo's. Use that flight pad again. But seeing as we're, you know, on our feet now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over to collect this Mumbo token. Get health as well, why not? We're going to fly now. Make our way up. I'll come back for you later if I need to. Leave me alone. Problem is, there's quite a lot of them. And they are very, very happy with throwing those around. Oops, missed it. It's not really that I want to get anyway. Come on. We'll go up here. There we are. We'll go this way. And there is an area up here that we can get into. What I'm going to do is just take him out while I can. No way! Well, that's not right. I'm trying to get into an angle where I can hit him. Well, come out, get out of the way, and then line myself up a little bit better for that. What I do need to do is smash that. Let's see if I can get in now. And in here is where we're going to find the next extra honeycomb. Take these out. Just collect that. There we go. That is all the extra honeycombs. That's going to give us another piece of life now. So now we have 8 pieces of life. You stop throwing things at me, you. I'm right next to you now. What are you going to do about it? I will take him out actually, because otherwise he's going to keep hitting me with snowballs as soon as I try going for the other thing. So just come up here. Just walk around here. And he'll just fly off. Whee! Try and line up. Oh man! Gotcha! Stop messing me around now. What was underneath him? It was only an extra life anyway, but at least he's out the way. We'll take this one out as well. There he is, he's done for now. Just find a nice place to land. I'm going to collect these notes here carefully. I knew that was going to happen. Oh, that's such a pain. Okay, it's alright, we can just fly up again. Oops, didn't mean to hit that button. Come down. Right, try again, shall we? The thing is Banjo skids around on this. Be very, very careful. Not really fussed about the gold feathers for the moment. All I want are the nuts. Right, there we are. So now we've got 92 notes. There's just 8 more to get, and they should all be on this level now. Take out old Robin Hood here. Otherwise he can come back and bite us. And then here we've got another Mumbo token. Oops, missed it. Trying to get on that ledge. Flip over to Kazooie because she can climb up that outside. There we go. And climb up the outside a little bit easier than Banjo go. Right, if you need to save here, definitely do so, because it's just getting harder and harder. It's very, very easy to misjudge all of that. Right, now what we're going to do is we've got to get onto here. Now, I know a lot of people can just fly around and try to keep getting them flying around, but what I do normally is I backflip and then try to use Kazooie as quickly as possible like that, because otherwise Banjo will slide down. And if you try to fly into these, you'd have to really come at them at a straight angle, because it's very, very difficult otherwise. Right, now, where are we going to go? We've got 4 more notes to collect. We'll go up and see Eerie. And there we have the last 4 notes, so we'll just collect these as well. Oh, slipped then, but I didn't want to slip and fall down. One more note, up the top here. There we go, beautiful. You found all the notes in this world, well done. Just collect that as well then. And now we're going to calm down, go and see Eerie now. Just bring the camera around so it's a bit safer and a bit easier to traverse up here. And here he goes, eerie mighty eagle at last, watch me as I fly into the sky. Have a reward for Bear Friend, here it comes. Unfortunately, I don't know whether I want to pick that up or not after hearing where it just came from. What's worse is, Kazooie's going to eat it. Right, okay, here we are. We're right up top of Mumbo's hut. And that's the very last place we want to go now. The reason is because there is the blue Jinjo there. I'm going to collect these while I'm here then. Let's see. Let's control a little bit there then. Go for it. And that's it. That's the last Jiggy now. Now just to make sure, go a few totals. And we got all 100 notes, all 10 Jiggies, all 2 extra honeycomb pieces. Fantastic stuff. Now all that's left is to collect the Jiggy outside. So that's where we're going to go now. And in order to do that, we've got to go back to spring. Whee! So we can turn into the bee, because we can't get it otherwise. Ooh, you almost walked back in then, I didn't mean to. Come this way. Because we've got to become the bee, we're going to have to go off to the left hand side. Just see if I can climb up here. It's not the easiest. But Fire Blaster is playing Eternal Card Game. So shout out to you, Fire Blaster. I know it seems a bit weird to give a shout out to somebody who's not actually watching this. They're actually, playing a game at this time of recording. But seeing as the names pop up, and I just want to show that, I can see your names. Right. Here we go. Go inside Mumbo's hut here. Get him to turn us into bee. Or not. Ah, you find big hidden feature spell. Mumbo turn Banjo into T-Rex. Crush Witch easy. Ooh, that's a new one. Changed mind. T-Rex spell too good for this game. Oh, Mumbo keep for next game. Ooh, that was a little spoiler there then. Tease, so to speak, probably better said. Turn Banjo into a T-Rex, crush Grunty easy. Right, now we're going to fly out. Come down. Come on, land. Thank you. Right, now it's time for us to leave the level. And now, as B Banjo, what was I going to say? Wow, your best note score for this world is now 100. It is indeed. We're just going to get this Jiggy right up here. Oops, land. Thank you. And that is it. That is all the Jiggies, all the notes, all the extra honeycomb pieces that are available in Banjo-Kazooie. Now for the next part, we will actually be taking on Gruntilda herself and taking part in her furnace fun, or Grunty's furnace fun rather. But we'll leave that for part 10. We'll also be seeing Cheeto to get the 3rd cheat, and we'll be putting in the cheats as well, so we get the extra eggs, the extra feathers, so that we're, you know, very well prepared for our final battle with Gruntilda. So thank you very much. Sorry, it stuttered again then. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and liked our content, then please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also stay up to date with all our latest news, reviews, personal views, giveaways, and so much more at www.miketendo64.com. You can also like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and we're also on Tumblr as well. And that is where I'm going to leave the waffling. Thank you very much, and until next time, keep on gaming.